Okay, you can probably hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Okay, a few Murphy's Law things going on with the program, but it's all good. It's all good. Happy Monday. Today is Monday. This is the 7th day of March. This is the 46th episode of season 3 of the Be Your Own Hero show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. Or in other words, helping others helps you. It's a reciprocal action. Try it. You might like it. I'm your host. I'm Sekou Wrights. I'm a professional creative and the creator of the Hero Ministry movement. And that's my effort to uplift and inspire the unhoused community and people in general. So shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me this platform to talk about my journey of becoming my own hero and the ability to share those thoughts, considerations, experiences with you in hopes that you might get something that you need from it. And again, this is, I haven't said that yet. This is season 3. I did say that. This is season 3. The theme for season 3 is doing. In other words, taking action on some of the things that we've talked about in the previous 2 seasons and the things that we've talked about in this season. So join me here Monday through Friday, 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. And if this show provides any value, please comment, please share, and please donate if you can. Okay, quick disclaimer. I'm not a personal trainer, nor am I a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence. All right, so obviously I'm back. I'm back. The familiar backdrop behind me, and that means that I am back in Nashville, and I guess we can start there. Wait, I'm just getting something set up for the next thing that I want to talk about. But yeah, so we can start there. So as you know, if you've been watching the show, I've been on location in Florida for a while now. And yesterday, Sunday, I drove 12 hours from Florida to Nashville. I drove a U-Haul truck 12 hours from Nashville 12 hours from Florida to Nashville. Now, the reason I emphasize the U-Haul truck is, do you remember driving U-Haul vehicles? Do you remember that? Because for me, it's been a long time, and I forgot just how shaky U-Haul vehicles can be. They're a little suspect. They're a little suspect. So being out on the road that long in a U-Haul vehicle was quite an experience. Also, it was massive. It was like a 22-foot truck. So that was interesting too. Even just getting gas at a gas station was like, okay, wait, let me think about this. Let me plan this out like chess. Let me figure this out. So it's quite the experience. Anyway, I guess that's a good segue. I should just play yesterday's. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I guess I could play yesterday's run report. All right. I'm undecided on that. I'm going to play two. All right, I'll play both. Then you get a sense of what happened over the weekend and what happened today. All right, so here is the first one. This is from yesterday morning. Let me cue that up.
279.
All right, there we go. All right, come on, Murphy. All right, here we go. So I'm going to add that to the screen. All right, there I am yesterday morning, and we're going to play yesterday morning's run report.
Day 279. As you can see, it's dark out here. It's early in the morning. It's not even 6 o'clock a.m. yet. Anyway, day 200 and what did I say? 279. I've been running every day, at least a mile a day, for the past 279 days in a row. I'm also doing my third charity run. We're almost at the finish line for helping Mr. Charles get back on his feet. You can see the story and the donation link in my bio. Please donate, please share. We can close that out. Let's see, lights. All right, there we go. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm super early today because I got a lot going on. I'm in Florida today, right now, 6 a.m., almost 6 a.m., but I'm headed to Nashville today. I am moving a friend. I can't remember the last time I've driven a U-Haul truck, but I'm driving a U-Haul truck full of stuff to help out a friend and moving her stuff back to Nashville. So that's what we're doing today. So if you get this, if you see this run report, please send positive vibes, traveling mercies. Send me some voice messages, not text messages, because I'll be driving all day, but voice messages. I'd appreciate it. And we're going to get on the road in a few minutes here. That's why I had to get my run in early. So 3 miles. This is day what? 3, 4 of me running at least a 5K every day. Oh, here comes the sweat. Anyway, I'm gonna close this out. Got a lot to do. Keep doing. Be a hero. Be your own hero. Remember that now is better than perfect. And I will see you later on the road. Out. Uh-oh. It's getting me. Day 279. As you can see, it's dark out.
Okay. So that was
not even 6 o'clock a.m.
yesterday.
Anyway, day 206.
That was yesterday's run report. And here's today's run report. I think, yeah. Today's run report. Okay, hold on. Get this queued up.
Run streak day 200.
We're gonna skip Saturday's run report. I hope you guys
Run streak day 280. Milestone day.
I hope you guys saw the run reports over the weekend. Okay, add this back in. Here we go.
Run streak day 280. Milestone day. I've been running every day, at least a mile a day for now 280 days in a row. And I'm on my third charity run. We are at 97% of the way to our goal. Who's going to close that out? See the link in the bio to help Mr. Charles get back on his feet. Let's go. Almost done. All right, day 280. I'm back in Nashville. Yesterday, I drove a U-Haul truck 12 hours from Florida to Nashville to help somebody move some stuff. It's a long story, but basically to help somebody out. It was a solo trip. I was just driving by myself for 12 hours, and I stopped in a rest stop to run around the rest stop. It was less than half a mile. It's like 0.3 miles, but I found that running in the in that parking lot was helpful to me. So just having a whole new relationship with running and exercise, because I was tired, but I knew that the run would wake me up, and it did. So grateful for that. It's learning. And today it's obviously raining. I don't know if you could tell, but it's raining so heavily. It was drizzling when I came out, but by the time I got to like mile 2 of 3.1, woo, drenched. So what's the lesson? Just keep going. You get used to it. Put your head down, pull your hat over your glasses a little bit. Just keep going, because if you stop, it'll be worse, right? If you stop and stand still in the rain, way worse. So I got it in. This was another 5K. I am attempting to run a 5K every day until I get to day 365 of this run streak. Day 365. I can't even believe that that's even on the agenda, but we're getting there. This is day 280, on my way to day 365, doing a 5K every day outside, no matter what the weather is from now till then. Let's go. All right, check me out on my show, the Be Your Own Hero Show at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'll see you there later. Run streak.
Okay, so those were the run reports from yesterday and today. It's funny, just watching them now, it seems like not only was it a different person, but a different day. That one run report that I recorded this morning, it feels to me like a different day from now. It's interesting. Anyway, so that's the deal. I have one other thought about today's run report. As I was watching it, I was thinking about the 30-Day Mental Diet, the book by Willis Kinnear. And it states at some point in the book that everything is practice. Even when you fail, you're practicing failing. So as I was watching my run report just now for this morning, I was thinking about the fact that I did not want to run in the rain today. Now, you know that if you watch the show, you know that I've run in the rain plenty of times, but I didn't feel like it today. I was still tired from yesterday. And so when I came outside and I saw the rain, I was like, I just wanted a nice, easy run. And I didn't think about this then, but I'm thinking about it now. When you let circumstances like rain alter your plans, you're practicing altering your plans. So I altered a little bit. I came back inside and got a hat and put my hat kind of over my glasses. You saw I was trying to block the rain a little bit. But if everything is practice, then if I let it alter my plans, I'd be practicing altering my plans. And so it took me a long time to realize that, and I was just reminded of it by watching my brother. It's all practice. The subconscious mind is paying attention to everything. So, all right, this feels like a free flow Monday. I know we usually do a free flow Friday, but I feel like I'm kind of all over the place on a few different things, but that stood out to me. All right, that said, the rain, it has gone now. It's like it never happened. But now I would be waiting to finish my show to go back out there, and then there's more and more possibilities that something else might affect my plans. So I'm glad I got out there, got it done. Okay, moving on, finally. So I mentioned on Friday that there's a lot of Hero Ministry Movement news to talk about, so let's get to it. Big news in multiple categories. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to announce all of the things today and then build out details over the week. So number one, my play, Brown Boy Mad, is being performed at Fisk University again. What? Oh, wait, where's my fireworks? Yes, very excited about that. It's a long story, but basically I've developed a relationship with Fisk, the Fisk University Stagecrafters, which is their drama department, and they performed 2 staged readings of my play right before the pandemic. In fact, my play was the very last student activity on campus before the pandemic shut the school down. And now this version of the play promises to be more than a staged reading. Like the student actors are supposed to be off script. So in case you don't know what a staged reading is, that's when actors sit or stand on stage with a script and they read it. They dramatize it, but they have the script with them to read. That's a staged reading. So this is an actual performance with no scripts. And I have completely let Professor Fintrist, who is the chair of the drama department, run away with it, let her direct it. So I have no idea what's happening. Every once in a while, she starts to tell me something. I'm like, no. Let me be surprised. So I don't know what's going on, but it will be streamed. It will be streamed. And it's happening this week. Like all this stuff is happening very fast. It's happening Friday and Saturday, and we will stream it. So I think we're doing a hybrid. I think we're doing in-person and streaming, but definitely we're doing streaming. So we're still figuring it out in real time. Nothing has been solidified yet other than Friday, Saturday, it's going down. So I'll keep you posted. Very excited about that. That's my play, Brown Boy Mad, being performed by the Fisk University Stagecrafters this weekend. Okay, next big news. Hero hoodies. My Louisville Hero ambassador, Jacinta, has organized I was about to say a hero event, but that's not exactly true. It is an event for her sorority, the Zetas. So the Zetas are doing an event in Louisville, and she has incorporated hero hoodies as a part of that event. And so I think the way it's going to work, again, we'll be building out the details during the week. I think the way it's going to work is the people who attend the event will be able to purchase hero hoodies in person. And then that will still trigger a bonus hero hoodie that will go to the unhoused. So working out the details, very excited about it. I'm going to do my best to get there for it. And that's also this weekend. A lot of things happening fast. So that's also this weekend in Louisville. I'm going to see if I can get there and be a part of that event, see what that is. And then the third big news is that, what's the third big news? Wait. Oh, how could I forget the third thing? The third thing is Project Love Strong. You've heard me talk about them a lot. It is a nonprofit that works with the unhoused community here in Nashville, Tennessee. In fact, they were the nonprofit that taught me to say unhoused instead of homeless, and so many other things they are honoring me as a change agent at a gala event sometime in the near future. What? I'm gonna have to do the fireworks again for all three things, but yeah, they're honoring me as a change agent, which just feels really fulfilling. I've been a part of many events as an author, as a playwright, as a creative, but as a change agent, like this is the first time that I've been honored as a change agent, as somebody who's doing the work of giving back, and that feels so fulfilling. Even that I'm known as a person who gives back now, as a person who digs in and makes things happen for the betterment of others. That's been very fulfilling. That's something that has evolved during the pandemic and wasn't so present before. So I'm grateful for that. And now I'm being honored too. Like, oh, wow, that's really exciting. So I don't know. Again, so during the rest of the week, I will build out details for all three things, but I am so thrilled about all those things. And so we won't have to go back to the fireworks for a second. There we go. Two different kinds of fireworks today. So those are the things that are happening in Hero Ministry Movement News. All right. So typically right now I would do a dice roll, but I forgot the dice. I haven't unpacked yet. Oh, wait, look at that. Look at God. Won't he do it? There's dice right here on the table. All right, here we go. So here we go, rolling the dice for the envelope challenge live like a game show. Two. Number today is 2, so that means transfer $2 from your checkings account over into a designated bucket for investing. And of course, by bucket, I just mean an account, just a designated space for investing so that you can invest it. Because the number one excuse that people give in terms of not investing is not having enough money to invest. So we're circumventing that by tipping into this bucket the amount of a cup of coffee every day so that it builds and builds and builds, or at least every weekday, 5 days a week. So it builds and builds and builds, and then you can invest it. Okay, so moving on. Where are we now? Okay, so Morning Zen. I took another look at the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. This is a book that Reverend Melissa has been talking about. She is teaching a class on this book coming up at Centers for Spiritual Living, Rockland County. So if you're interested, check that out. And I'm just looking right now for the website so I can put it up for you. But it's rocklandcsl.org. Because I can't find it right now. But rocklandcsl.org. Anyway, she's going to be teaching a class about this book. And so she's been talking about it so much, I've gotten curious and I've just been looking at it a little bit. So this morning I read what the 4 laws are. I guess I kind of skipped around, but I wanted to see what the 4 laws are. One of them really spoke to me. So I'm going to read that and then circle back to something else. This is law number 2. Spiritual law of prosperity number 2. You must set clear-cut, tangible goals. You must set clear-cut, tangible goals. This one really resonated with me. I'm just going to read it. Goal setting is looking honestly at where you are, then choosing where you want to be, and then setting a clear and deliberate intention to go there. Doing so forces you to live consciously rather than unconsciously. In other words, for that last part, consciously versus unconsciously. In other words, it forces you to participate in life rather than let life happen. And studies have shown the vast majority of people let life happen. They let life happen. But when you start setting goals, you start ordering the flow of your life. And I can attest to that just in terms of my running. Like, there was a period of time, and there's still some periods of time, where I don't have a clear goal. I'm just running. And the difference between when I'm just running versus when I have a goal for running is significant. It's significant. Oh, I'm about to sidebar again. Quick sidebar. So in Florida on Saturday, I ran 7 miles, which, yeah, it's a lot of miles. And also, it was to a landmark location. So when I told people that I ran to that location, they were like, what? Yeah. So it was a lot of miles. But the thing was, when I looked at my splits, which means my pace for each of those 7 miles, my pace was in the 9-minute mile range for each of the 7 miles. Now that has been a goal of mine for a while, to run a long run and stay in the 9-minute range the whole time. And also, I got a little bit faster each mile as I stayed in the 9-minute range. So that has prompted me to create a new goal. And just, it's like a never-ending process. Like, you create a goal, and then it takes you a while, however long it takes you to reach that goal. And then automatically you start thinking, well, shoot, if I can do that, what else can I do? So there's this process that happens once you start creating goals. And honestly, I can say this made a huge difference in terms of running. And so that I know that it can make a huge difference in terms of living. All right, so that's my sidebar. The second law of the 4 laws of prosperity is you must set clear-cut, tangible goals. You must set clear-cut, tangible goals. Okay, so that's my morning zen for today, and moving on to the money portion of the show. I hesitate because I've been all over the place today, so I'm trying to figure out if I have enough time. Let me jump right to it. I'm gonna skip the affirmation. Let's get right to it. So I have a request. Someone asked me about investing right now, and her situation is she just moved and she's getting a deposit back from the previous apartment, and she's considering investing the whole money from that deposit into the stock market. She was asking for some feedback. And first of all, it's amazing that the mindset of investing is so infectious. I've watched people around me react to my mindset shift and the mindset shift offered by this show, and think about things like that. Like, oh, wait, I'm getting a deposit. Maybe I won't just put it in my checking account this time. And the same thing happened for me. Oh, here, another sidebar, but quick one though. So I drove the truck up from Florida to Nashville, and it's a big truck. As I said, it took a lot of gas. Cost me $200 in gas. Yes, $200 in gas just to get up here. Now, the person who I was helping move, she sent me $200. Well, she sent it to me via Cash App. And immediately I was like, oh, I'm not gonna spend that. Like, I could take the money out of Cash App, put it back into my checking account and make myself whole. But immediately I was like, no, I'm gonna buy some stock. I'm just gonna take the hit. I'm gonna take the loss on the checking account side, but use that $200 to buy into the stock market, which brings me full circle to this situation. So in terms of like getting an unexpected amount of money, like being reimbursed for this gas or a deposit for an apartment or whatever, the best thing to do is to have a plan set up in advance. Like, just even if it's just percentages. So in other words, you could say, all right, I'm going to give 10% to my church. Let's say I'm going to set aside 10% for. Oh, my alarm's going off. I was wondering what that sound was. 10% set aside for giving to nonprofits. 10% set aside for investing. It doesn't matter what your percentage is, but what I found is helpful is knowing what your percentages are before you get the lump sum. Before you get the lump sum. Sooner or later, you're going to get a lump sum from somewhere. So just take a moment to sit down and write out your percentages, and that'll help you. You might not stick exactly to your percentages, but at least you'll have that in play. Because many times, if you get a lump sum in your account and you don't already have a plan about what to do with it, it sits there too long and it causes problems. So I've talked a lot about Shaq's percentage breakout. His is 75% investing, 25% in the pocket. So leave 25% in your checking account. That whole 75% invest. And Shaq has invested mostly in the stock market. So I like that idea. I like that idea. And just a reminder, he was doing that early in his career. And at the height of his career, he was making $27 million per year as a basketball player. And now he makes more than $27 million per year strictly off his investments. Strictly off his investments, because he spent so much time on the front end investing 75% of what he got. So it's a tough choice. It's a hard decision to make, to invest 75% of what comes in. Like, there are pain points in the now, but you have to believe in the future. You have to believe that it's going to work out. And so I'm just going to end by talking about Netflix again. So I think this is a really good example. So Netflix went public in 2002. If you had bought $100 worth of stock in Netflix in 2002, you would now have $30,000. The stock went up 30,000%. You'd have 30 grand if you invested only $100 and left it in there. But it fluctuated radically during that time. At some point, relatively early on, it dropped by 80%. So if you had sold when it dropped by 80%, you wouldn't have the $30,000 if you would just put the money in and left it there. So there's two schools of thought that I'm really thinking about in terms of stock market. There's the buy, hold, and invest for the future. The kind of, in my mind, the net worth stock investing. And then there's also the trading stock investing. And we've talked a little bit about trading. And you know, if you've been watching the show, how fascinated I've become by that. And I'm still learning more about it. But in terms of like the buy and hold side, like Netflix has gone up 30,000%. Will it go up another 30,000%? Probably not. Like that's a really steep rise. It probably won't go up more than that. But is it going to fall 30,000%? Probably not. So it's best to look at the stocks that have done well and eliminate the desire to try to pick a winner. And I am guilty of this myself, but the idea is you want to find the next Netflix, right? Everybody wants to find the next Netflix and then ride it all the way up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because unless you're really going to study all day, every day, really dig into the financial reports and, you know, all the things that you need to do to understand how these companies work, like Warren Buffett, then that's not your play. Your play is to ride the coattails of the stocks that are already doing well, that are already household names, because those companies are big enough now. They have whole teams of people trying to figure out how to make more money, right? So that's what you do. Now, again, do your own research, do your own due diligence. I'm simply telling you what I do. But my perspective on this has evolved, because in the beginning, I was trying to pick a winner, and now I'm just trying to ride coattails like Netflix. Okay, so I hope that was helpful to the person who was asked about it. I hope that was helpful to any of you that might be watching. And we're going to keep talking about the stock market. We're going to keep talking about buying and holding, and also keep talking about trading. And tomorrow we're going to get back to our guides, our how-to guides. So I hope everyone did their homework over the weekend. I hope you've got some ideas for your how-to guides, because we are about to create another revenue stream. Let's do this. All right, so keep doing. Be a hero. Be your own hero. Remember that now is better than perfect, and I will see you mañana.